think Chinamen, sick men of East Asia, nowadays perhaps nerds or geeks, they have all been terms used to designate people from Chinese descent. They also reflect the discrimination and racism towards Chinese immigrants. Throughout Canadian and world history, the Chinese people have always been the target of stereotypes and racism. Even nowadays, the discrimination towards Chinese is still present. Firstly, let's take a brief journey back to the 1800s when the Chinese immigrants first arrived to Canada during the gold rush. When they first arrived here, the Chinese men had to work day and night building the transcontinental railway in Canada. They got the most dangerous jobs and were paid for half a white man's wage. They say that for each mile of the railway, a Chinese man died. When they had finished building the railway, instead of being accepted as citizens of the new country, the only appreciation and thanks they got for their sacrifice was a head tax imposed by the Canadian government in 1882 in order to limit the Chinese immigration to Canada. By 1903, it had raised from $50 to $500 per person, making it impossible for the railway workers to reunite with their family members. On their arrival, the few Chinese who were able to afford the head tax were thrown into the piggery, a prison for all Asian newcomers. They stayed there for up to 6 months in horrible conditions. The Chinese were restricted to certain jobs and did not have the right to vote. Now we are going to see a video clip from CBC back in 1907.
Starting in the 1870s, mobs of white laborers in the U.S. had periodically attacked Chinese workers, destroying their homes and businesses. In 1907, American labor leaders came to Vancouver to speak at a meeting of the Anti-Asian League just a block from Chinatown. Suddenly, the meeting erupted.
They just came roaring through this whole area. They smashed the windows, they beat up people, they looted, and literally trying in the best way they can to, and in the most hostile way they can, to say, get out of here, get out of this country.